Hello everybody. So today we're going to go have some fun. And I am an adult that feels very much like a kid. So to give you a little backstory on this, anyone who knows Cricket knows she loves to give gifts. And about 2 weeks before my birthday, Cricket got me something that I've been waiting for a long time. She got me a drone. I've never flown a drone before, brand new to drone flying. About 2 days after she gave it to me, this was back in, I want to say, second week of March. About 2 weeks after she gave it to me, though, Florida shut down all of the parks and beaches, and as a new drone flyer, I really wasn't excited about flying it around the house because we are in a cul-de-sac and there's very heavy vegetation all around the cul-de-sac. So I decided to kind of put the box on a shelf for a while and just kind of wait to see how things would shape out. And I had really almost pretty much forgotten about it, even though I was very excited for it, just because it was... I don't have to tell you what's been going on with the quarantine and the lockdown, and there were just so many things going on, and I've been out of work now for almost 7 weeks. And yesterday was Mother's Day, and we were kind of sitting around, and we decided, even though last week some of the parks and some of the beaches did reopen, we decided we were going to fly the drone right in our cul-de-sac. We were going to go out there, we were going to watch some YouTube tutorials, and we were going to try our hand in drone flying. And it really actually went pretty well. I can definitely see where I'm going to need some improvement. It wasn't perfect, but we were able to launch the drone, fly the drone, control the camera. My motions are a little bit jerky. But the drone is the DJI Mavic Mini. Great drone for a beginner. And it's very forgiving. So even though I wasn't very good, the drone made up for that. We got some really great footage just basically above our house. At the end of my cul-de-sac is a sump basin, and we took the drone over the sump basin and brought it up a couple of 100 feet. We kind of got some panoramas. Well, today, Charlie and I have decided to see if Gemini Springs Park, which is about 10 minutes from our house in DeBerry, Florida, is open. And if it is, has a nice big open field, and we're going to take that drone out to the open field, and we're going to try to shoot some video. So in many ways, this is kind of our maiden voyage. Because even though we did some flying around the house, we really didn't go take the drone very far. This drone is capable of going miles. Actually, it has about a 3.5 mile range. Some people in range tests have got it out to about 3.5 miles. I think it's rated for 2.5, but there's an abundance of videos on YouTube where you will see people pushing these drones out 3+ miles. We don't intend to do that today. But the point is that we want to be able to get it further than, say, a couple 100 feet away like we did yesterday. So, don't know if Gemini Springs is open. Looked it up online. Got some conflicting information. If they do have the place roped off, there is some other areas that we can try. Right, Charlie?
Yeah.
But we're going to try Gemini first. And I'm super excited. You know, it's almost like I had forgotten about the drone. We wanted to be able to include some cinematics in our vlog. That was the motivation for getting it. I've been wanting one for a really long time, and it's almost like it was an early birthday gift, but because it had to be shelved so long, it almost feels like a late birthday gift. But we're really excited, and we're gonna get out there today, and we're gonna see what we can do. And hopefully I won't lose my drone. The great thing about the DJI Mavic Mini is it's kind of automated. yes, you do fly it, but it has something called a return to home feature. If you're not familiar with drones, like I'm not, basically, if the crap hits the fan, it's a button that will bring the drone back to where it started from. And we researched a lot about the settings on some of these things. We set the height to 125 feet so it would clear any trees that might be in the way. But if I should lose the drone, or if things do go wrong, that is the fail-safe. I don't plan on doing anything crazy. It's a beautiful park, Gemini. Has some open fields, has some water. Part of the St. Johns River runs right along it. And I don't know if I'm going to be bold enough to actually go over the water, but if not, we'll run along the water. I did get the DJI Care program, which means that it doesn't cover loss of the drone. So if the drone takes a drink, we're out of luck. But if the drone should be damaged, they will replace it up to 2 times in 1 year. So really good program. I think there is some cost involved in that, but certainly cheaper than buying a new drone. So we're coming up on Gemini. Not quite sure yet, can't see anything, but we got our fingers crossed that we'll be able to use the park for a little while. If not, there's a little memorial park up here that we could possibly use. So let's see what Gemini's looking like. What do you think, Charlie? So far, so good. I would think if the park were closed, they'd have it roped off here at the front, and they don't. So this is a good sign. Another car going in there. Guys, we're going to be able to fly our drone. Charlie! We're going to be able to fly our drone.
Oh, it's because of
it is a little bit windy, too, and that's one of the things about these super light drones. The drone is 249 grams. And they make the drone under 250 grams because anything 250 or above has to be registered with the FAA. Well, because this guy is little, you don't need any kind of registration or licensing. You can just kind of take it out of the box and fly it. You do have to follow the same laws that would apply to any drone, but you do not have to register it with the government. And any information we can keep out of the government's hand is a good thing. So Charlie and I are coming up to the park here, and there are people here. People are enjoying the Florida sunshine. They're enjoying the beautiful weather. It's a gorgeous day. Probably about 74, 75 degrees, just bright sunshine. We should be able to get some really pretty shots if we can if the wind doesn't interfere with what we want to do. So anyway, guys, we're here. We're going to get set up, and we'll show you the footage. We'll show you what we come up with. We'll talk to you guys later. So we are now recording. Let's take off.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
So we're a little bit concerned with this. So we're going to go ahead and gain some altitude. We're going to get up around 100 feet or so. We're in sport mode. Around 150 feet. And we are going to start heading out. Now we are getting a weak GPS signal, but it's showing that we have 15, I think that says 15 or 18 satellites locked in, so I'm not going to concern myself too much with that. Coming up over Gemini Spring Park, over this little body of water here called Mullet Lake, and there's our first strong wind advisory, but the aircraft is making good time, 20 miles per hour. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. This body of water is called Mullet Lake. Trying to go nice and easy and smooth on the controls. Out about 1,300 feet, 17 miles per hour. Altitude at around 150 feet. And there's another strong wind warning. The drone is still coming back pretty well. And like I said, this below us is called Mullet Lake. This is a very shallow body of water, which is actually extremely dry. It looks almost like a mud bed at this point. And again, strong wind warnings. We are able to push against it so far. Out about 2,000 feet. I'm going to try coming down a little bit just to see if we can. All right, no transmission. We're going to cancel. All right, we have lost transmission. Caution, aircraft disconnected. All right, so apparently it has lost connection. It says it's not connected. Now it should come back on its own. Strong wind warning. All right, we're going to turn it around because it's having some issues. Yeah, we're gonna return to home.
Go home.
Because for some reason, I'm not sure what it is, it's having some problems with transmission. So I don't know, we didn't have this problem yesterday. It is coming back though, but it still has not picked up video signal. I'm getting a strong wind warning. There it is, just picked up video signal again, so we're gonna cancel that return to home. Not sure why it lost signal there. So we're going to kind of keep flying in this direction. We're at 158 feet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to return it basically back to us. I'm going to get up a little bit higher. It is coming towards us slowly. I'm only doing about 9 miles per hour. And there's the field that we're in. Charlie says he thinks he sees it. We are in that field that you see directly ahead of us. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of come this way. We're going to go look for the fishing pier. Let me just make sure we're not over it. I don't think so. Nope. Pan back up to the horizon. There we go. And we're at about 195 feet. And we're just going to keep advancing forward. So the drone had lost connection, and the deal is when it does that, it will automatically return to home. It'll ask you if you want to return to home, and if you tell it yes, it will initiate a return to home, so it would come back to where it took off from automatically. So I wasn't too worried there, because there's the pier. Here's the fishing pier, Gemini Springs Park. We're out at about 950 feet. I'm going to take a look straight down at the pier. There's the pier. Couple people fishing on it, so we don't want to fly directly over them. So we're going to pan back up to the horizon line. Sorry about the clunky controls. I'm a little bit awkward with this. And we're going to start heading back this way. And there's the field we're in. These are the springs, so we're going to fly directly over the springs. Let's drop down to about 150 feet here. We're going to fly directly over the spring. There we go. Alright, we'll start slowly turning to the right towards us.
I can hear it.
Can you?
Yep.
Getting a strong wind advisory again. And we just start hearing the drone now. It's 150 feet, 500 feet away, and yes, you can hear it. So we're going to come bring it in for a landing.
Is that because it's in sport mode?
No, because I'm not going that fast. And we're going to bring it directly above us. And we're going to land it right on our brand new helipad.
Oh, there it is.
You see it?
I hear it.
Charlie says he sees it.
No, I don't see it. I hear it. There
I see it.
There it is.
We have a visual on it now. So we're going to turn the camera downward once we get it over us.
I think it's over. It's not directly on the pad though.
And you can see that orange helipad there is our target. So we're going to start bringing it down. I don't know if you can see the helipad yet. It's there in the shade of the palm tree. So let's come straight on down. It is definitely fighting the wind a little bit.
Yep. Not on the
It's okay. We're going to get it over the pad.
Landing.
Not bad, not bad. So that was awesome. I got the drone out about 2,500 feet. Again, this is our first actual flight. Yesterday doesn't really count. I mean, we were right in our backyard. We were basically staying right over the house and the end of our cul-de-sac. But today, this was an actual flight. I went out over, I did manage to get out over water. I did everything very slow, very gentle, took my time. The only issue we did have, there were strong wind warnings a couple of times, and I could definitely tell the drone was slowing down. And I went to put the drone into sport mode, which makes it faster, and I wasn't able to do that. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out. Why was I not able to get the drone into sport mode? I would change the setting in the menu and it would go back to position mode. Don't know why, but I will figure that out. Flew it for about, what would you say, Charlie, 20 minutes? 15 or 20 minutes. We had a nice big open area of the park and pretty good line of sight to the areas that we wanted to go. I was a little bit concerned with tree interference. Every once in a while the camera would kind of drop out, which as a new drone pilot does make you a little bit nervous, but it would come back. And the GPS map on the bottom left hand corner of the controller display always seemed to be showing movement, so I felt like I knew where the drone was. So really a lot of fun. I can't wait to get home and see what the footage looked like, because I know it was amazing in my little phone display, so I know it's going to be that much nicer. Shot it in 2.7K. Did not lock the exposure, which I probably should have. But in today's lighting, it's pretty bright out, sunny. There are some clouds off in the distance, but we weren't really going in and out of cloud cover, so I'm thinking having an unlocked exposure might have been okay. But just from watching other YouTubers' videos on this drone, it does seem to, picture quality does seem a little bit better when the exposure value is locked. But it was great. We had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing different things with it, getting bolder, getting it out further, taking it to the beach, maybe on not such a windy day. I would say our gusts were maybe 15 to 18 miles an hour, which is the outer limit of the drone, is 18. Maybe even a little more up high, because I tried not to go too high, but I'm sure the gusts were higher up at 150, 180 feet. So it gets a little hairy when the drone, you see it slowing down and you know it's fighting wind, but I'm going to try to be very careful and not overstep my bounds and my novice level of expertise. So we're going to go home. We're going to upload the video. Hope you enjoy it. We had a great time, and we're looking forward to doing this again. Right, Charlie?
Yep.
See you guys later. Bye-bye.